Today we are continuing our series on BizTalk to Azure Migration, and today we're going to talk about a thorny challenge, which is SOAP and WCF. Now if we go back a bit, around about the 2000s when BizTalk was born, everyone thought SOAP and XML was the way to go. That was going to be the future of everything. Web services would unlock the future of the internet. And we achieved a lot in those days with that sort of thing, and when BizTalk can publish web services and it can consume web services, it relies quite a lot on the WCF stack, particularly apart from the very, very earliest versions, WCF is quite heavily baked in there. So all geared into that SOAP and XML. Later versions took on REST, because when we got past around about 2008, which is around about the same time when Azure was launched, suddenly SOAP and XML, that was the past. The future is REST, the future is JSON. And so BizTalk is designed as a product natively to work with XML. And when you send it JSON, it will kind of try and convert that to XML under the bonnet. In Azure, in the Azure world, everything's JSON under the bonnet, natively we're JSON. If you send XML, it'll try to, under the bonnet, that gets converted to JSON. So a very, very different underlying way in which we work with data. But that world of REST and JSON allows us to have simpler APIs, and it allows things to be much more easily interoperable. So very different paradigms with the underlying data and the way that different systems connect together. So there are some things we can do. If you've got an application in BizTalk and you want to migrate that into Azure, there are things we can do. The first thing is we can use API management, Azure API management, to convert SOAP to REST. That's very effective a lot of the time, that's very good. We can also rely on the connectors that ship with Logic Apps to actually do a lot of that conversion for us. And then we can also, if all else fails, we can write custom code, put that in a function, put that in an API, and get the API to consume the REST and consume the either consume the REST API and expose it as WCF, or we can get it to consume the XML and SOAP and to publish that as REST. So there are ways of doing this. It's a common thorny problem, but we know how to fix it.